in today's video, I'm going to share how I make my homemade body lotion. If you do want to make your own homemade body lotion, check out the description down below where I list all the ingredients and all the equipment that you're going to need. The recipe I give is a basic recipe which will make about 500 to 600 ml of body lotion. However, in the video, because I've been making my lotion for quite a long time now, that the quantities that I use in the video is a lot more. Before starting to make your lotion, make sure all the equipment you need are washed and rinsed thoroughly, including the lids of jars you'll be storing your lotion in. You don't want to have any dust, dirt or bacteria that the containers may be harboring in your lotion. Although it's not necessary to sterilize the jars, as the oils and other ingredients that you'll be using aren't sterile, I still like to sterilize the jars and jugs that I use, as I want them as clean as possible. Of course, if you're using plastic jars or containers, skip this stage. Sterilize the equipment you'll be using in a preheated oven at a 150-degree fan oven for around 15 minutes. Then turn the oven off, put the lids in and leave them to cool in there to give the lids time in the heat. Again, skip this stage if your lids are made from plastic. You can buy distilled water to make your lotion with, but I've got used to using freshly boiled water. While the jars are in the oven, boil the kettle, and once boiled, measure out your water into the smaller jug. In the video, you'll notice that I used the bigger jug by mistake. You can add your colloidal oat powder and the glycerin to the water at this stage. If you're making oat water instead of colloidal powder, as I do in the video, this is the time to add 1 tablespoon of oats into the coffee filter and add more freshly boiled water to the required measurement. Allow the oats to steep in the water until needed. Add the glycerin to the water at this stage. In the larger jug, measure out the oils and emulsifying wax you're going to use. Place both jugs in the pan and add freshly boiled water into the pan to at least the same level as the contents of the larger jug. Using boiled water speeds up the process a little bit. Turn your stove on and keep to minimal heat. This way the oils and wax heats up without losing their nutrients. This is the longest part of the process and can take at least 40 minutes until most of the wax dissolves. If you're using the olive oil emulsifying wax, you may find that the flakes don't dissolve totally. However, I allow the warming process as much time as needed to dissolve the wax as much as possible. Once the emulsifying wax has dissolved as much as possible, stir the water and glycerin mixture and add into the oils mixture. As you can see, this is the reason to use the larger jug to heat the oils in. So I had to transfer everything into the larger jug before I could blend the mixture into lotion. Remove the jug onto your kitchen or other stable surface and stir some more. Carefully use the immersion blender to blend the oil and water solution into lotion. This may take a few minutes. If it's taking too long to blend the lotion to your required consistency, allow the mixture to cool a little. I use silicone spatulas to ensure the lotion is blended well. The spatulas also help to scrape the lotion off the blender. Once you've got the required consistency, place the jug on your measuring scale to get a more accurate measurement of the amount of lotion you've made. This gives you an idea of how much preservative and vitamin E oil to add to your lotion. The amount of preservative you need will depend on the instructions for the preservatives you're using. Using a spatula, stir the preservatives into the lotion really well. Once the preservatives are incorporated into the lotion evenly, you can add your fragrance oil if you're using it. Again, give the lotion a really good stir to mix the fragrance oil evenly into your lotion. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it's inspired you to make your own lotion to minimize the amount of hormone disrupting chemicals you may be using on your skin. Next week I'll be showing how I make my own facial oil blend and what you need to make it instead of using commercial facial oils. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.